Hey guys, welcome back to the gaming channel, and today I'm back with some more City Skylines, but today I'm actually going to be playing a slightly different version of the game, which is called City Skylines Remastered. So I actually only discovered this game recently, and from my understanding, it's basically just a more modern and updated version of City Skylines. Because if you know, the original City Skylines was released in like 2015, so this is just kind of a relatively new update that has some slightly enhanced features from the regular game, as well as some new features, as I said, to kind of improve the game experience and to kind of add some more features and make it more interesting. So I'm going to be building a new city today because I think we haven't built one in a while. And as I'm building the city, I'll just kind of show you guys some of the new features and let you guys know how different it is from the actual game and if it is worth spending money on. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm just going to get started. So one thing I immediately noticed is that there is a map editor, which is a new feature from the original game. And over here, you basically can just make your own map. So you can choose like your theme, and then you can like customize your terrain. So I'm not going to do that today because it does take a little bit of time, and I thought the video will be too long. But I might do another video just showing you guys how you can make your own map and stuff. So that is a cool feature, but I'll do it another time. For today, I'm just going to use a pre-built map. So I'm going to go to new game, and I was looking at some maps to build my city on, and I found this one that I really liked, and it's part of the mass transit DLC, and it's this one called 7 Lakes. And once I load the map, you'll see why I like it. But this is just the map we're going to base our city on, so I'm going to click on next. And a new feature we have, as you can see, is this 25 tiles unlockable, which shows that you can make much larger cities up to 25 tiles big. Whereas in the last game, you could only make, I think, up to 9 tiles. So this one, you can make a lot bigger cities. So I'm going to enable that. And I have put the random disaster frequency to high just to give us a bit of an extra challenge. But of course, we're not going to use any cheats because I want to grow my city naturally. So yeah, let's just get started. So this game is going to kind of be a review of Cities Skylines Remastered as well as just building a new city. So it's a 2-in-1 today. Okay, here we are. So this is basically the map, 7 Lakes. And immediately, as you can see, it has a pretty interesting shape because there's lots of different directions it can go. And I've already planned in my head kind of how I want to structure my city. And as you can see, it's full of trees. And you'll see why that's an important factor in just a second. So right now, I'm kind of low on money. So the best thing to do is just pause the game temporarily while I'm actually building up, because while the game is running, we can be losing money. So first thing we need to do is start by building a road as usual. So I'm just going to get a regular road and just build it, and now I can delete it, and now we've basically unlocked a few more roads, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is actually take a large road. I'll take the 6-lane one with a median. And I can see over here some adjustment options, so we can choose where we want it to snap to an angle or not. So I'm gonna enable the snap to angle because I do like that. And we can also change the angle it snaps to. But I'm basically just gonna make a long road over here. I want to make it about there. And basically this is just going to be our main road coming into the city. And next what I'm going to do is now we just have to connect these two. For the interchange, I like to use one-way roads, just to help manage the flow of traffic a little bit better. Now what I'm going to do is, this is an idea I thought of recently, but actually it's a great idea to put a roundabout, because a roundabout will actually help kind of control and spread out the traffic a bit more. So what I'm going to do is place a roundabout over here, and then we can basically just build off in different directions. So first thing we need to build, of course, is houses, because there's nothing much we really need to build until we've built houses. So what I'm going to do is just start by building again with dirt roads because it's cheap. So I'm just going to go all the way to the end. And like I did last time, I'm just going to start by building some blocks. This is just the residential area, but I think blocks are a good way and organized way to structure the city. As you can see, I've already done it slightly differently. I don't want my whole structure to be, my whole city to be based off blocks, so I think it's a little bit uncreative. And many like American cities have also been built out of blocks, and they do have some problems. So I'm just gonna make some of the residential areas based on blocks, and some of them won't be blocks, just to make the whole layout of the city a little bit different. Okay, there we go. I'm done. And first thing I just wanted to comment on, actually, while I was building the roads, I felt like the controls of actually building the roads were a lot more smoother than the regular game. I felt like it was much easier. It took me much less time than it normally does in the original version to build roads. So I think that's something they might have improved, because it felt a lot less clunky, which is a problem I had a few times when I was building roads in the original version of the game. So that's a great start. And now I'm just going to start my zoning. So what I'm first going to do actually is start by zoning some commercial zone. So I'm going to zone this whole block over here, commercial zone. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I think it's important for the residents to have close access to commercial zone, to get jobs and have close access to shops and stuff. But also the commercial zone will kind of act as a buffer, because this is going to be a main road where lots of cars pass by, and there'll definitely be a lot of noise pollution. So just keeping the houses a little bit further away from the main road will definitely improve the quality of life for the citizens. So that's why this commercial area over here just kind of acts as a barrier from noise pollution. And then just behind this, I'm going to start zoning my residential. So this is all going to be residential zone. So I'm going to let that build up a bit. And the next thing we need to start doing is building our industrial zone, because again, we need our industrial zone. That's where our electricity is going to be. And of course, industrial zone also creates some more jobs. So what I'm going to do is again use a dirt road, and I'm going to start building my industrial zone over here. On this side, and basically so just I have a clear industrial area, industrial district, and it's far away from the residential area, reducing pollution and all that. So I'm just gonna again start building this up in blocks, just because I think it's a really efficient layout. Okay, there we go. So I've built up my industrial zone. For now, this is enough. It's because we've not got any houses yet. So for now, it's okay. And basically, remember I said that it's really important to me that this place has a lot of trees. And as you can see, this one has plenty of trees. And the reason for that is basically once we unlock a few more milestones, we'll be able to specialize in a specific industry. And I wanted to actually specialize in the forestry and timber industry, because it's actually non-polluting and we can earn a lot of money from it. So that's why it's very important to choose a map with lots of natural resources. And because I wanted to do forestry, it's very important that the map I chose has a lot of trees. And as you can see, there's plenty here. You're like very unlikely to run out. So that's why I chose this map, because I want to specialize in the forestry industry. But right now we don't have that unlocked, so I'm just gonna zone my industrial. So for now, this is just going to be generic industry, and then once we unlock those industrial areas, then I can, in industrial specializations, I can specialize in timber. So my game is still on pause, but because now I need to sort out everyone's favorite, which is usually a hassle, the water and electricity situation. So what I'm going to do is start by placing a power plant. And I am going to use a coal power plant just because wind turbines are very ineffective, I think, and a lot more expensive to place everywhere. So I'm just going to place this on the side here, so it's not too far and we don't have to build up as many power lines. And then I'm just going to build up a power line into our residential area. It should work. If we need to change it, we can. And next is water. So for that, I need to build a pump and a drain pump. So first thing, for the water pump, I'm going to place that probably over here, because it's a nice small area of water. And now I'm just going to basically put the water pipes under the road. Yep, so I've basically just done it under the road. That basically just makes sure that every building on the road will get water, and it's just much more neat instead of making them all crisscross. And last thing we need to do now is drainage. So for that, you have to be very careful where you choose to place it. I was just having a quick look around, and I think I'm going to place it over here, just because when you put drain pumps, they'll pollute the water. And this is a very small body of water, so we can't really use it for anything. Whereas these areas are quite large, so they can be used for like fishing industry or leisure. So I don't want to contaminate this water. But of course, there's nothing much we can really do with this one. So I'm just gonna put it over here. And this water over here, which will become contaminated, isn't even in my area, so it doesn't really affect me. So now I'm just gonna again connect this up to this pipe here. So it's best to sort this out once when you're on pause and while there's not many buildings, just because it makes it much easier instead of when there's plenty of houses and buildings and stuff in the way. And now I'm just going to connect the drain pump to the power line. Okay, there we go. So I think now we've got enough of the basic features to unpause the game and just let it roll. So our residential zone will soon start building up, and of course, if we need to make any adjustments, we can. And we are getting a lot of tweets already from citizens, even though it doesn't look like we have anyone yet. So what I'll do is I'll fast forward the game and just kind of wait until we get some more citizens, and if we need to make any adjustments, we can. Oh yeah, so first thing I noticed is I forgot about here, we don't actually have any power. So what I'm going to use is use a wind turbine here, because it's a little bit far away to drag our power line, potentially more expensive. So I'm just going to place that over there. So now this should get electricity. And we are quite low on money, but I think as soon as our zoning starts to happen, as you can see, our houses are starting to be built, and we get money coming in, we should be fine. So actually, if you do have any name suggestions for the city, do let me know, because I think Lakewood is a bit of a boring name. I'll think of some names as well, and I'll choose the best name. Okay, so I think we just need to get this power line, let's just pause it for a second, into this area. So yeah, we are using up a lot of money, but should be fine for now. There you go. Yeah, it's important for every area to have electricity. There we go. And also, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Cities Skylines 2 is coming out on October 24th, which is actually just very close to the time of my birthday. So I'm really excited for that. I'm definitely going to play it. I think this is kind of like a step getting closer towards Cities Skylines 2. Of course, it doesn't have any distinctly new features compared to the original game, but it definitely does have a few new features. So I'm really excited for that, and of course I'm definitely going to make videos on it. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for my current city as well, do feel free to let me know. I'm always happy to take in feedback, and I know that some of you guys may be a little more experienced than me, so I'll love to hear your feedback. So as you can see, our zoning is starting to come along. We're in debt now pretty much, but we're just gonna wait until we unlock our first population milestone, and then I think we can start actually building up our city. Okay, so I actually just noticed a really cool new feature is when I was in the cinematic camera, as you can see it's starting to get dark now, there's this environmental control area, which actually looks really cool because you can basically just adjust rain strength, fog strength, field of view, and color correction, which I think is really cool. So say it's dark now, if I don't want it dark, I can just reduce this, and as you can see it's daylight now, and it will still become dark, so without removing the whole day-night cycle. And whenever I want it to rain, I can make it rain as well, as you can see, which I think is actually a really nice feature. And in Cities Skylines 2, they did say that they were going to have seasons, which is also really nice, because I think that definitely helps. And as you can see, the fog's coming in, so I'm going to leave that as it is. But yeah, I thought that's definitely a huge boost compared to the original game. I really like that feature. Okay, and there we go. So we've reached our first milestone, which is Little Hamlet, which was a population of 380. And now we've unlocked some new things such as garbage, healthcare, education, as well as taxes and loans. So just a few things. And as you can see, we gained a large amount of money, and we're close to now actually making money. And here's another kind of strange but cool feature I found, is that you can actually change the color to represent ground pollution. So as you can see, ground pollution is represented as like this kind of radioactive green color, which is not necessary, but I think it's quite cool. So what I'm going to do is actually use the environmental controls just to change it to day. Yeah, there we go, that looks a bit better. And now what I'm going to do is just start building up some of the things that we unlocked, because as soon as we unlock those things, then demand for them will start increasing. So first thing is landfill. So I think I want to place that in the industrial zone because of course garbage and landfill sites are quite smelly, so we don't want them in the residential area. So I'm just going to place it there. And once we start earning some more money, we will upgrade these dirt roads to actual roads. And next we also needed healthcare. So we don't quite have enough money for a hospital, so we'll soon start earning that. But our demand for residential zone is looking to increase. So I think I'm just going to start building another block. Okay, there we go. So I've just built another block of houses and I've started to zone them. And I think one more thing. Oh yeah, we do have to give this area some electricity. So I'm just going to put the speed back to normal for now. Yeah, so I might also have to expand our industrial area a little bit soon. And next thing we need to do is add healthcare, but actually I just remember we can take out a loan and increase taxes. So let's start by increasing the taxes. So from my understanding, you can increase the taxes in houses to about 12% without upsetting your citizens too much. So I'm going to do that for the other ones as well. And I'm gonna just take out a loan. This way we have some money to add some of the services that we need. So first thing is education. I think that's the most important. So we can choose between an elementary school and a community school. I'm just gonna go with the elementary school. I'm not 100% sure what a community school is. So let's just go with that. And we do need healthcare as well. I'm putting this in the residential area just so it's a bit closer to everyone. And then the healthcare I'm going to put on this main road over here. So we're just going to put a clinic. And there we go. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to leave the video there for today. Thank you so much for watching. Overall, what I think about Cities Skylines Remastered. So I've definitely noticed a few features which are different from the regular game. My favorite feature so far has to be the environmental controls. I think that definitely improves the game. Of course, I've not explored everything yet, but once we continue building up this city, we will explore more features together. I hope you are enjoying my city. As I said, if you do have any name suggestions, please let me know. I'll think of some names as well, and if any of you suggest a good name, I will give you guys credit and rename my city. And if you have any improvements you suggest for the city, also feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to hear. And yeah, that's basically it. By the way, I did not actually purchase Cities Skylines Remastered. I did get it on Game Pass, so just a quick FYI. So yeah, I will go into more detail about this game next video, where I continue my city. But yeah, once again, hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And do turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. And do join my Discord server as well if you haven't already. The link is in the description. And just a quick info, again, I won't be able to upload for a few weeks because I am going on holiday for summer to Europe. But I am going to try and upload a vlog, do some vlogging there and upload it to the Armaan in Action channel. So do stay tuned on that channel, because I'll I might make a vlog there, as well as putting some updates on Instagram, so do make sure to check that out. But yeah, so I might not be able to come back to the gaming channel for a few weeks, but once I come back, I'll be back with some more videos. But yeah, that's basically it. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.